Hey everyone, I'm Sugrin here. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm enjoying the autumn air today in the greenery. It's where I belong, I think. But what do I want to go on today about? It's it's about the video. It's about the conversation I've had with someone in the last few days who is now going to initiate himself in a trial. He chooses to do this by himself, and it's not really my business to say what it's all about and what have you or who it is. Maybe one day he'll be doing that himself, right? But he presented me with a few questions, and one of them I think that is valuable to everyone is the question in regards to habit change. So he's been preparing himself after a lifetime of luxury in a way and bad habits, hanging out with you know characters of ill repute. And he presented to me that in the last year or so, more or less, he's been changing his ways. A lot of habits he actually managed to drop, but he says that, but I sometimes I lapse and I fall back into the pit, and I start doing these bad habits again. And I suppose he was expecting that I was going to be maybe a little bit angry with him or what have you. But I told him just this, is that it's part of the course. And he's like, oh. Well, that's not his exact reaction, but we'll keep it as such for the video. And I presented him like habit change. If you lived in a way that you find distasteful, or in a way that is shameful to you, or whatever it's going to be, and you want to change that, it's not a straight up road to improvement if you choose to commit to that. Essentially, I'll present the same example to you guys as I presented to him. Let's say someone, his entire life, he has been boozing away soft drinks, lemonades of all kinds. He was been raised into drinking it every day. His parents didn't stop him, kept buying it, all of that. He eventually, in his teens, when he got more, what's that called? Become more self-aware as a person, etc. He still chose to just drink away soft drinks. But at some point, he met some wholesome people, and he realizes, yeah, these guys actually are right. I mean, look at my teeth, look at my health in general. These soft drinks are killing me. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really give me much, does it now? A swift sugar spike. No, it's addiction to the chemicals inside. And now what does that say? What did that say to him? It's that I have to stop drinking soft drinks. So he starts, he tries it, like he completely cuts off instantly. And a week later he's back right into the habit. Beating himself over the head for being so weak or what have you. I'm going to present you people, but it's still part of the example, but it's also partially a solution, or one of many. And again, I might be lying, you do with it what you want. So, instead of immediately cutting off all soft drinks, I would propose something as this. The first day, instead of 2 glasses of soft drink, you drink 1.5 glasses. And you do that for a few days. Next day, you're gonna drink, or a few days later, it's only gonna be 1 glass of soft drink. A few days after that, it's gonna be half a glass. But all of a sudden, out of the blue, you cannot believe it, you're drinking 2 glasses of soft drink again. Instead of, the half glass that you would usually drink, or no glass as was the intention. Oh no, what do you do now? It's all over. No, absolutely not. It's part of the course. You see, your body and your mind, the mind sort of fools itself into believing that, well, throughout our entire youth we've been drinking this stuff and we're still alive. So this, drinking this stuff is helping us to keep alive, and we've not been having it for a while, and it's been less and less and less. I need to plug in the alarm bell, and that's where it truly gets tough for a short while. And it's all about, those are the key moments where you can bite through to be released from the addiction. However, most people, no, they just fall back right into the old habit. Most, 99% plus. Those who can actually bite through that, absolute wonderful specimens of nature, I suppose. I don't know another word. But you get the point. I hope. And like that fellow that approached me then said, he fell back in a habit like that. He started drinking his 2 glasses of soft drink. That's not what he actually did, but yeah. And he comes to me and said, "Oh, I've been doing it again. F my life. Like I've been, it's dishonorable and it's weak and blah 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 blah." I just said to him, "Well, you had those 2 glasses. After it should have been half a glass or none glasses at all. Guess what? The day after you drank those 2 glasses, you're gonna go right back to drinking half a glass. Or no glasses, what have you. And eventually, if you keep doing that, and you're gonna stumble again once or twice, you may actually go a few months without, and then suddenly you start doing it again. And then again, the day after, immediately cut it out and go back to the new habit. And over time, you won't even realize it. Your mind and your body will have adapted to your new way of life. And then you've conquered yourself. Congratulations." As he says, "That sucks, man. That really does." Indeed. It sucks. It sucks something fierce. However, you can bite through it. It's not impossible. Actually, it's very much possible. But you just have to have the mindset to victory, right? That in itself, it's also a good test of character. And if you can do that long enough with enough of your bad habits, you're gonna learn, to think in terms of onwards and up and over, which is going to do well for you in life in every aspect. Doesn't mean that everything is going to be, what do they say, hunky-dory all the time, but it's a big help. It's an enormous help. And that's how you create habitual change, and that's how you change your life for the better. Maybe to most of you it's like, yeah, easy for you to say. You never had any bad habits, right? You were just thrown on this plane of existence, and it's like you had it all going for you. No poison ever in your veins and all of that. There's no such single person alive today. It's just not a thing. But you just have to want to do better and be a better self, so you can do that for others. That's one of my motivations, at least. I've always figured for myself in whichever society, in the ways how society is going, like I can always do well for myself. Even if the ending is going to be rough and very unpleasant. The life I live, I don't really have a particularly enormous standards either. I mean, I have 50% of what I want already behind me right now. Or around me, so to say. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to present it to you guys. And there's also another aspect to this, is perfection. He said that, he's a perfectionist and he is, perfecting a certain art that he is following, which is good. You should actually do that. But in this throwaway society, yeah, there's not much room left for perfectionists, right? And yet, those are the people we need the most. Be it in building, be it in, you know, in what's that called? Ah, be it in building, be it in athletics, be it in gardening, whatever it's going to be, to perfect your art in that, while still being capable of being good at other things. That's, you cannot ignore other elements of life either, even if you're perfecting a certain field. Is, if you want to perfect yourself in something, always always remember that you have great value to bring. Maybe not today, maybe you'll stub your toe along the way, you'll injure yourself, you'll break one of your tools of your skill sets, what have you. But then the very next day, again, it's like with the habitual change, you just realize, I'm going to go right back to the habit of perfecting my art, and making mistakes is part of that, which was one of his issues. Oh, I make a mistake and I feel so bad. Like, you don't, making mistakes is part of it too. Nobody is good at something from the beginning. I mean, that would be easy, wouldn't it? Then we wouldn't need anyone. Yeah, everyone could then make everything himself perfectly fine. Yeah. So, when you make a mistake, just take in mind, oh, well, I guess we're not making that mistake again. Now we can make new mistakes, as CG would say. And he's right, you know. And eventually, you're going to reach a certain peak point, and maybe you'll never make a mistake again in that certain field. Even though you can still spill your coffee, or spill your coffee or break a plate or whatever until you're well into in your hundreds. You just got to accept that. It's part of who we are, you know. We're a bit fallible and flawed. But damn, can we be good at something if we really want to as well. Just got to make the habits for it. Change your life. And if you do it with the right motivations, you'll be remembered for it. Just like the gods. Yeah. Interesting, isn't that? Is there something else? There is actually something else, but that's gonna be for another video. So I'm gonna cut it off with this one. You all have a good one, and bye bye.